Hey, good afternoon, friends. I want to come to you with an encouraging word today and share a little bit about what I have been learning over these past several days since I was a victim of fraud. I want to wait and see who jumps on. Let me make sure that this phone is off so we are not disturbed because I would hate for you to miss something. All right, so if you don't already know, I was a victim of fraud on Saturday, and I have shared this story because it is extremely important for people to understand that when we say, well, it would never happen to me, don't ever say it could never happen to you, because it absolutely could. So I feel like God has given me a platform to share my life and to share the things that I walk through. And I want you to understand that I'm sharing with you because there are people that can be helped. And I've seen it already. And I want to just be able to continue talking about it so that somebody can be spared from it, or that somebody that has walked through it can feel safe to talk about it, and that others would understand what it's like to be a victim. And yes, that is exactly what we are. We are victims of this. So first of all, I wanted to just a quick update. I've spent the last few days running around to the different stores and the banks that were involved in this crime and making them aware of my story. I've printed it and shared it with them and said, these are some things that you could do so that it doesn't happen to one of your customers again, to bring awareness. Like I said, the police are involved. I've notified all of the news stations now. We will see where that goes. And if it goes no further, then you and I here on Facebook, and then you sharing it out, then the people that God wants to help are being told. So I have to just find peace and about that it's getting out where it needs to go. But it's been challenging. Can you imagine? Somebody victimizes you, they come in and they take money, and it's because it's called a crime of deception, how they do it, where they get you to willingly give it to them by deceiving you, and mind manipulation and lies and fear, and it just, the depth of it is crazy. But I was reminded that there's a time and a season for everything in our lives, but there's also a purpose for everything that God has us walk through. And it says, the Lord has made everything for his own purposes, even the wicked for a day of judgment. So I have to look at these things and know that there's a purpose behind everything that we walk through, and that God can use it for his good and for his glory. As it says in Romans 8:28, that he can use all things for good and for his glory, for those who are called according to his purposes and love him, that he can use those things to help others and to bring good out of something that is bad. So I want to just tell you a couple things that I've learned. Number one, like I said, don't ever say never, because I was that person. Oh my gosh, that would never happen to me because I'm too smart. I know better. I know that somebody like that calls you on the phone and you hang up the phone. I know that those things, but when you are being manipulated and when you are being told certain things that can be verified as truth, then you start to give trust. So that is one thing. Don't ever say never. Number two is that when someone is a victim, no matter what their circumstances, don't judge that victim. Don't judge them and say, I can't believe you fell for that, making someone feel that they are stupid, ignorant, clueless. Don't do that, because that's not the case at all. Evil is evil, and evil can manipulate anybody. And for those that are judging you, give them grace, because they don't understand. You see, as I've shared my story and people have actually really grasped the details of what has happened, it goes from an air of judgment upon that person to, oh my gosh, and compassion for the person. And so I would just say, if you know of anybody walking through this, the first thing you need to do is to love on that person and help them through it. And then third is that if you are aware, how can you help somebody else? Use your story. Use what you've gone through to help somebody else. I've had several situations. I've been through the judgment. I've been through the people just, everybody, I would just do this or I would just do that. And I can't believe you fell for that, not recognizing, hello, almost $11,000 has gone out of my bank account. It's not funny at all. It is not funny whatsoever. And that your story can help people. I just had someone reach out to me, the sweetest lady, and she and I are friends, and she was just reaching out to let me know that she had been through the exact same thing. And her loss was just under half of what mine was. But she hasn't told anybody else. She hasn't shared it like I have. And it's not for everybody to put themselves through what I'm doing. But I know that I've been given a platform, and I know that I'm supposed to share because I want to save other people. But bringing awareness draws people out to say, yes, I was a victim too. Or, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing, because I would have never imagined. And even somebody like yourself that seems intelligent and with a sound mind, even somebody walking with the Lord the way that you do, and know how to perhaps discern when there's evil, that I was blinded, because that is how strong evil is. It is prevalent in our day. It is prevalent around us everywhere we look. And that's what it even says in Ephesians 6:12. This is so important for you to understand. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in the dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. You see, it's not about me and you, or me and him, or me and these criminals. It is about the evil in the world, about what is taking place in the spiritual realm. And as a Christian, because I am speaking out for Christ, I am going to get attacked. It's what we are promised, that we will be persecuted. And that is a way to be persecuted, is through manipulation. And but that even somebody walking with the Lord could still be deceived. But I want to say that God had even prompted me, even when I was being manipulated and intimidated to be afraid. God prompted my heart. Ask for prayer. You can't tell anybody right now because of what this person is telling you, but you can ask for prayer. And so I'm praying within my heart, and I reached out in our ministry group that I lead and asked for prayers, asked for a hedge of protection, asked for people to pray for wisdom, discernment over me. And so I feel the Lord was walking alongside me. But something else that has come out of this, like I said, our stories, our testimonies are meant to help others. I've had people reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, this happened to you, this happened to my friend, and they're struggling now. They're struggling even with PTSD, I was told, because it happened to them. And let me explain to you. What happened is a traumatic event, and I will explain to you why. Even though I can vocally say that it's not about the money to me, because material things can be replaced. It would be like somebody coming in your home and vandalizing or stealing from you. Something is lost. But where it hurts the most is how you feel victim inside, the invasion, the violation, that somebody could get that close to you. That is traumatic. And for most people that are a victim of some type of a crime, that is the worst part of what it does to your mind and emotions. And so I'm sharing to help you. I was recently told, wow, how you handle things is different than a lot of other people might be handling things. And this is what I say. I have the peace of the Lord, that I would be able to say, even when that dollar amount does make a huge difference, but I'm at peace because it doesn't matter. I'm at peace because, as I told this criminal, and I will say it again for anybody listening, that my treasures are not stored here on earth. My treasures are in heaven, and they cannot be stolen from me. I have peace. I have peace because of him. And it is not mine to deal with. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. That's what I told this criminal, and that's how I left it. You will not steal anything else from me. So I want to encourage you, if you are walking in something, just know that it's probably not your fault, that there is something else going on. If you are a victim, do not beat yourself up. Do not judge yourself. Reach out to somebody for help. Know that there are other people out there like you that are experiencing other things, maybe even the same kinds of things. Speak out, reach out to me. Let me talk to you. Let me share how I'm able to walk through this, how we can help people together. And if you are somebody watching thinking, no way, I cannot even believe she let that happen to her, that she believed that. Don't do that. That is a dagger in someone when you speak it over them. And if you wonder how it could happen, read my story. Just look on my page and read my story. Reach out to me and talk to me, but reach out in a loving way. Don't throw accusations for any victim, because it hurts more than you can know. And if you know somebody that's walked through something, call them and encourage them. Let them know that they are not alone, and that even if you don't understand, you are there to help them through it. There's a purpose for everything that we walk through, but y'all, if we hold it and we keep it to ourselves and we don't help somebody else with it, it's in vain, and we let the enemy win. So get out there and share your story. Share your testimony of what God has done in your life, even if it's not something like this. Give him the glory. He will walk alongside you and walk you through anything you're going through. And the difference between having him and not is how you feel inside. There's no anger. There's no anguish. There is complete peace because of Jesus. Have a blessed day.